Hey there, so as we are coming close to the end of this challenge, let me give you some tips on how you should continue your reading after this challenge is over. Because once the challenge is done, you are on your own, right? And I want to make sure that you have the right ideas of what to read, when to read, and how you should go about your reading. So let's talk about what to read a little bit. Sometimes we pick up a book just because it's around somewhere. The title is catchy, so we pick it, we read it. Sometimes we get bored halfway through, so we drop it. Sometimes we complete it, right? Sometimes we read a book because somebody suggested the book, right? So these are all good types of reading. However, when you want to continue your reading, here's what I'll suggest. Next time or after the challenge is over, think about one aspect in your life that you want to change. Maybe you want to get more productive. Maybe you want to get better with your relationships. Maybe you want to get better with managing people. Maybe you want to get better with your finances. Maybe you want to get better with dealing with people. There are different aspects of our life, right? There are so many different aspects that we live for. So what you can do is, you can identify, you can just go to Google and you'll get it, or it's there in my reading plan as well. You can identify 4 to 5 top books in that category. 4 to 5 top books in that category, and then read those books one after another. Instead of reading randomly, sometimes reading random is very useful. Sometimes reading towards a goal, reading to achieve something is also very powerful. So imagine you have decided to change one aspect of your life, and you've taken the top 4 to 5 books in that, and you have read them one after another. Now every single book, if you have taken from the top books, is probably a lifelong research of somebody. It's probably a PhD thesis of somebody, and you are getting it ready made. All you have to do is consume, right? Read, understand, implement. So if you did that, if you read 4 such books one after another, you would have probably have all the information you would ever need related to that aspect of your life. How powerful can that be? And imagine you doing this over a year. Every month, one aspect of your life, or every few weeks, one aspect of your life. You read the books, you make those changes in you, and you move on to the next aspect. Again, 4 to 5 top books for that aspect. You read those books, you find the crux of it, and you implement those things in you, and the next aspect of your life. When you do this for a few months, up to a year maybe, what would happen to you? You would have changed inside out. You would have completely gone in a different zone of living, in a different level of living, right? So this is a very good way of reading books, having one aspect and taking 4 to 5 books in that and going on. I think that's very powerful. I have done that a little bit and it really works awesome, right? So this is something that I wanted to do. It will be you getting a PhD, you know. When you pick 4 to 5 books, it's as good as you getting a PhD, because you may not have a PhD as a certificate, as paper, but you are still having the knowledge of 4 top researches on that aspect. So it's as good as you having a PhD, and I think that's very, very powerful, right? So think about it and start planning your reading. As you are continuing to read this biography, continue reading this biography that you are on to. Very soon, probably today you are about to finish it. If not today, latest by tomorrow you will be done. But get this done. Again, follow our golden rule. On the last day, whatever schedule you have decided, the last day, the golden rule is whatever happens, come what may. You may not eat, you may not sleep, you may not go do anything else, but finish your target, right? So that's how I want you to continue with your reading. Plan your reading in advance now. Take a few books and decide the next. First, think about yourself. Don't straight away jump into books. Think about it. Which aspects of life you want to change. You'll probably get 4 to 5 answers. Then think which one is most important and critical right now. If you have to choose one out of these 4 or 5, find that. Then look for the books in that category, and then get those books and start reading. So that's how I would want you to continue reading. Tomorrow we are going to conclude this challenge. I'll be back to you tomorrow with a concluding video. Continue reading your biography and spread the knowledge, spread the joy.